News 12 now at 5:30. Your news now. News 12 Now's Kate Levens introduces us to those working to make a difference in your community with Kay.
Welcome back, everyone. In your community news today, we are telling you more about food preservation. It's that time of year when you're out in your garden, you've planted all your vegetables, and you're waiting for your harvest. And sometimes, you know as well as I do, if we get one tomato, we're going to get 20 tomatoes. We don't know what to do with them. Well, June Puett is joining us now. She is an extension agent with the University of Tennessee, and she is going to tell us how we can can our products and put them in our freezer or in our refrigerator or on shelf for later on in the year. How are you?
I'm great. And it's so nice to be here in the studio.
It is so nice to have you here. All right, let's talk a little bit, first of all, with the hotter weather, it means that a lot of folks are going to be having a lot of fruits and vegetables in their garden. What is the next step for someone who doesn't really know how to can, like me, and wants to preserve some of your fruits and vegetables for the coming year?
Well, they can go to our website at the National Center for Home Food Preservation, or they can come to one of our classes. That's even better. And I have 8 classes planned throughout the summer. Some are just on canning, some are on freezing, and I have one that's a combination of both.
What are some simple recipes for folks out there if they don't want to use the pressure cooker, they're new to canning? What are some simple recipes for folks? What can they make?
Well, I really like making freezer jams, like strawberry. There's a mixed berry recipe that I just really love to use. And there's a great salsa mix where all you do is mix some vinegar and all those wonderful surplus tomatoes. And you can actually can it if you want to, and it'll stay good, a year in a jar. Or you can just put it in the freezer and it stays there, good for a year in the freezer as well.
And all those recipes are on the website, that's correct?
Yes,
okay.
yes. And they can go to hamilton.tennessee.edu for links for that and for all our classes.
What are some new ideas for canning?
Well, one new thing, a relatively new thing, is a new canner. And this is a water bath canner, meaning it has to be used for high acid foods like your jams, jellies, and pickles. And this is electric. It comes with an AC adapter. You can do the same thing in a big pot. You don't have to have this, but what makes this is good for people with glass cooktops. They're not really sure, the manufacturer won't tell them if it'll stand up to a big heavy duty canner like this and all that weight and all that heat. So these are about $150, and but don't use a multi-cooker for pressure canning. Those are not safe.
All right, so if there are folks at home, they want to take some of these classes, how do they do that, June?
Well, we have, we're partnering with the Chattery, and our classes are $12. And like I said, you can go to our website and check them all out. We have 7 classes on evenings, during the day, on Saturdays. And then Bachman Community Center on the back of Signal is sponsoring a class, a combination of freezing and canning later in the summer for their community.
And there's lots of classes available if you want to go and check it out. Now, how do people learn more? If they really want to make sure they're doing this correctly, how do they learn more about canning?
Like I said, the USDA website, that is the go-to, because we found even some of the big companies and so forth are making a few shortcuts now we don't feel comfortable with. But you can rest assured that anything on a USDA or an Extension University website is going to be safe.
June Puett, thank you so much for joining us from the University of Tennessee Extension. You have so many great ideas out there for folks who are intimidated on doing this maybe for the first time, but you know as well as I do, when you get your harvest, you have so many vegetables that you need to do something with.
Yes, and we want to preserve those for the, the rest of the year, and we have a little bit more control over the nutrition and what we eat when we can it ourselves.
Which is such a good point there.
Yes.
All right, thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Again, if you want some information on this interview, you can go check out their website, and we will also have this interview on our website if you need some more tips to start your canning process.